Hi everybody, welcome to the Day Show. I'm your host PR Marks, and this is the recommendation show for all your streaming services. Let's get started. First up we have is Gunpowder Milkshake, and that's going to be on Netflix. I enjoyed this one, but there are some problems with it. I would say I enjoyed all the characters. I thought there's some great fight choreography scenes of shootouts and all this good stuff. But there was one really bad one takes place in a bowling alley. I think all the neon light stuff was very cool. Had to give it its own kind of style. But the problem is the overall feeling of the movie felt too much like a John Wick ripoff, and I think it didn't really stand out too much on its own well enough because I feel like this world that they built, even though it felt like a John Wick world, there was so much more to be explored that we didn't get a chance to go see. I like the relationship between the girl and the main character. I just think this was an okay movie. I enjoyed it, but I will have to give this a nay. Okay, second up we have is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now this is going to be on Hulu. This is going to be on Hulu, on Stars on Hulu, I believe. I liked this one. I thought it was great. You can't go wrong with Paul Rudd in any movie, really. He's such a likable guy. I think the kid from Stranger Things is in it, and he was all right. I think the little girl that's in it, the main character, she's basically the main character. She stole the show. I think she was funny. She was quirky. She was awkward, and she kind of comes into her own throughout the movie, becoming like a little Ghostbuster. And her friend podcast was great too. The mom was okay. Basically, the story is Egon's family takes over his property, and they kind of find out some mystery stuff about ghosts and stuff. And then we have a returning cast of like Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and I forgot the other guy's name. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Anyways, this is great for the whole family. A lot of heart. There was like a point. I think it was at the end. It had a point where I was kind of choked up because of what happens at the end, and I got a little teary-eyed. So, no, I'm going to recommend this one. This is definitely a yay. I think it's great for the whole family. It's great for friends, and it's just a fun time. Yeah, so definitely a yay. All right, before we get into the last part, I want to give people to know about my friend Eric and his wife Samantha. She just recently got diagnosed with a rare form of cancer, so they need help with their medical bills, and they started a GoFundMe account. I've donated, some friends have donated, families have donated. They're very lovely people. They're punk rockers just like me. I just love those guys so much, and any little bit helps. So there's a GoFundMe link down below. If you feel like donating, feel like knowing their story, check out the link down below, and please donate and help them out, because everybody can use some help getting rid of cancer, and it's sad what's going on. So yeah, thank you. Okay, lastly, we have some kind of sad news in the we got some sad news in the film industry about Jim Carrey. He's retiring from making movies, unless there's some big movie that he can't say no to. But as of right now, he's retired. So I just thought it'd be cool to talk about my top 5 Jim Carrey movies. So, let's start with the top 5 Jim Carrey movies. So, number 5. Now, this movie, I must have watched it a billion times on VHS. My mom and dad probably wanted to kill me because they're like, not this movie. I think their quote was, not this movie again. That was okay, so the movie is The Mask. So that's number 5. That's just a great way for Jim Carrey to give funny face expressions and be silly. And it was a very silly movie, and it's just a fun time. And I think that's Cameron Diaz's like first movie, like our first appearance in a movie, and she was smoking hot. Like God, Cameron Diaz, whatever happened to you? Yeah. But number 5, The Mask. Number 4. Now this one's more of like, I feel like this is more like for Jim Carrey's acting chops, and it's based on it's like a biopic. It's called Man on the Moon. It's about what is his name? The guy from Taxi. Damn, I can't remember his name. Anyway, it's a great movie. Yeah, it's about it's a biopic about a comedian that loved to trick the audience and that to believe in something that wasn't real. So yeah, very interesting movie. Jim Carrey, kills it in the movie, and there's also a documentary about his acting in the movie on Netflix somewhere. I think it's like Jim and Jim or something weird like that. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. Okay, so number 3 is going to be Liar Liar. I mean, come on. Liar Liar was so funny. Jim Carrey being a struggling dad, but being a successful lawyer, and now he has to like tell the truth, and that's so hard for him to be a decent human being. It's like such a weird concept to say. I love how he's just like, the woman's like, his like secretary is like, my friend had to pay the robber $5,000. Is that justice? He's like, no, I could have gotten 10. It's just so good. That was a great movie. Like, Liar Liar. Yeah, number 3. Number 2. This one's more a darker comedy, I feel like, and a very rude and crude comedy called Me, Myself, and Irene. I think everybody's seen that one too as well. It's just basically about a guy that's like a police officer, Jim Carrey, and he has a split personality disorder, and he has to help out this girl that's being basically hunted, like to be murdered. So yeah, no, it's very funny. There's a lot of great scenes in that movie that made me laugh. And Me, Myself, and Irene, funny time. Check it out. Of course, I mean, come on. This movie still to this day stands in the test of time. It will never ever be not the funniest movie of all time, but it won't ever not be Jim Carrey's best movie of all time. And it's just so funny. It's just so funny. The jokes are clever, even though they're so dumb. And that's Dumb and Dumber. We landed on the moon. Come on. So good. Yeah, no, Dumb and Dumber, man. Just a great, fun time. Check it out if you have not seen it. But if you have not seen it, you should go shoot yourself. Yeah, no, Dumb and Dumber, awesome. Number 1. Okay, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't like my opinions or like my opinions on these movies we talked about, please comment down below. And as always, have a nice weekend and lates.